Hello, everybody. Welcome to If These Walls Could Talk. I got to scoot you in one direction, and I'm always asked backwards because of the way.
There, oh my God. Much, but
not that much. Is that good?
Yeah,
there we are. There we are, Blanche. Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us today on If These Walls Could Talk. I'm Wendy Stuart.
And I'm Tym Moss.
How are you?
Oh my God, I'm wonderful.
It's spring.
It feels like spring out there
has
today.
Spring fever.
I do.
Absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah, it's beautiful here in New York City today.
We were just talking before the show, and we have to share. Tim and I always tell you like everything that we do in our exciting lives, but I have to tell you, we weren't on the Grammys, but we watched the Grammys.
Oh my God. I'm telling you, just right from the start, Dua Lipa comes out with this jungle gym and all these dancers, and they kept turning it and pulling and it was
and she had you.
Oh, I love Dua Lipa to begin with.
But she had you.
It just kept getting better and better and better.
Okay.
What a Grammy!
And when you thought they couldn't top that, right? They pulled Tracy Chapman out. Yeah. Oh my God.
One of my favorite moments.
Moments too.
When they came out to sing, she sang the duet with a Fast Car
with Luke.
I can't think of his last name.
Luke, whatever his last name is.
But I liked his version of it. I've been listening to it much of this year.
It's good. It's a great version. But I was saying to Tim, Tracy Chapman, there's a soul. There's a soul in the delivery of the words and the way it comes from her heart, and that's all I can tell you.
Guitar,
and the way
it's just all one.
It's
one
just
motion.
It's one whole thing. Yeah. She was, and I have to tell you, gorgeous. She's ethereal.
Yes.
With her gray hair, her beautiful face. It was really, I was teary.
Yep, absolutely.
I was absolutely teary. And Miley pulled it out.
Oh my God.
Miley too.
I have to tell you, one of my favorite quick moments of the Grammys was while she was up performing and she's singing Flowers. And she said something, I can take myself dancing or something like that. And then she goes, because I just won a Grammy.
Yeah, right.
That was the coolest, totally
very
unexpected,
cool.
just totally off the cuff. Yeah. It was wonderful.
Beautiful. And who is the person who won for the African song? Because that is amazing.
Oh, I'm not sure.
And she's new.
Yeah.
Didn't she also get Best New Performer?
Was it SZA?
Tia or what is it? SZA or all right. Y'all, if you know what we're talking about, you could write in the comment. Help us out today. Tim and I sometimes make one brain. But
Joni Mitchell, who had never performed on the Grammys, came out at 80 after I think a brain aneurysm and heart condition, and recovered from that, and just came out and tore that place up.
I got to tell you what my husband Alan said, though. He said, look, she has the same cane that I have.
There's a connection there.
There is an absolute connection. But and Boy Genius.
That was great.
Boy Genius is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
But we were talking again before this show, and what I noticed this year, everything got very folky, and that's the music that I came out of from the 60s and 70s, like Joni Mitchell, Simon and Garfunkel, Judy Collins.
Right. Because I'm wondering if they were pandering toward the older crowd this time, or I'm wondering what the younger kids think. I have no idea.
But okay, so the younger kids, I've been reading a lot about Boy Genius because I didn't know who they were 6 months ago. And then when a name is hot, I go into YouTube and I listen because I want to know who they are. And I'm like, wow, this is the kind of music I used to listen to, but it's also infused with rock. There's something their lyrics,
right,
and their rhythm. Their rhythm is very different from the way folk music used to be when we were growing up. So, it was really great.
It really was. I was pleasantly surprised.
Right.
Now I had let me think. This weekend I had went down to stay with Ike in central New Jersey on Friday night because we were going to get up early and go into Philadelphia and stay with our friend
Nathan.
We were going to see Nathan James, our good friend, and Jess Brannis, who was just elected to the city council.
Oh, that's very cool.
And down there, and she actually she shifted the to blue. She shifted that area and that section to blue. So it was very important that she got into that. But anyway, she got sick in the middle of the night, so we couldn't go. So Nathan took the trip up and we went out to Princeton and hung out, the
You
three
were
of
in
us.
Pancake House, right?
Yes,
They
at the
went to
Pancake House
Pancake
in
House.
Princeton.
What kind of
We had
pancakes?
a ball. Actually, I had a waffle.
You did?
Oh
That
my
is
God.
a big hunkin' waffles.
Yeah,
My God.
it was good.
Those are kind of waffles that like just stick with you.
Yep.
Wow.
Absolutely.
Well,
let me think. And actually, then on Monday, Nathan had reached out to me. He'd had a bad fall in Market Street. He was crossing Market Street and dislocated his finger. It was, oh my God, and his face, and he was in the ER for quite a while. But we're
He's
sending love
okay.
and healing to him.
Sending love and
Yes.
healing to Nathan, and sending love and healing to anybody that's out there. This week on Facebook, there were just a lot of people that seemed like it started with Cheetah Rivera, right?
Yes,
And
yes, the passing of Cheetah Rivera.
The passing of Cheetah Rivera. But Jen, so many people personally I know were putting up there that lost friends.
Mhm.
So you know what? Our hearts go out to you, and it's very important that we are all very empathetic at
Absolutely.
this time, because we are the yin to the yang out there in the world, are we
Mhm.
not?
Absolutely.
Very, very important to remember that. Well,
And
yes.
I just have to say, our guest today.
Yes, our guest today. That's right.
Oh my
I was
God.
going there. I was
Love
going
this
there too.
woman.
You must be psychic. There's an irony to our guest today. Our former producer on this show, who's an amazing lyricist
yes,
and
Chauncey.
producer and audiologist in his own right, and a DJ in all the clubs in New York. I don't know how Chauncey sleeps, but Chauncey Dandridge was our former producer on the show. And I put out who our guest was, and I hear back from him. He's like, oh yeah, I wrote the lyrics for the new song, which we're going to talk about. So our guest today is a critically acclaimed composer and vocalist. She was a musical director of the off-Broadway smash hit Tony and Tina's Wedding,
Love it.
which I believe she worked with Maria Gentili, who's been on this show also.
Chauncey Dandridge just said, hi, everyone.
Hey, Chauncey, we just gave you a big shout out. And she's also, we had Susan Campanero on here, whose alter ego is Lavinia Draper. She, our guest today, also did the musical for that. I mean, this woman is so multi-talented. It's like bursting out of her. And then the thing that completely blew me away that no one I know has done, she invented an actual app.
Right?
It's like an emoji. It's an how do you say
emoji for music?
Right, emoji. I know I messed that up,
emoji.
But she's going to tell you about it.
Absolutely.
You know what? Let me bring on the amazing Lynn Portas. And she this is great.
Me.
It's Lynn, and she brought her own music.
And I'm with Wendy.
Yes.
Look at it. She's so beautiful.
Oh, you're so
My
sweet.
Tim.
Oh, thank you.
This is Tim with the Y.
Tim with a Y. Now, did you bring meatballs?
Love.
I know. I know.
No, she brought something else that's amazing. We'll talk about later. I'm joking because when Maria Gentili came on,
oh my God,
she brought meatballs. We love Maria.
Oh, they're so good.
Yeah, we love. Well, welcome to the show. I'm so excited to have you here.
It's an honor.
And a shout out, of course, to Lori Tower, who said, "Oh my God, you have to meet Lynn. You have to have her on your show." And you know, Lori never goes wrong.
We love Lori.
Yeah. Lori can smell talent a mile away.
No, she's an angel.
A
she really is an angel. She's an angel in my life,
and nonstop. She's just always on the go.
She's everywhere. She knows everyone.
So before I get to like everything about you, I want to bring up this new song Reveal, just because I know Chauncey's watching and I know him. He won't stay on too long. I know Chauncey. So how did that come to be that you and Chauncey ended up working together?
I did doing time with Lavinia. We had done the show, Susan's at the Stonewall
with Susan Campanero.
We did a night at the Stonewall,
and I had seen
Chauncey there. But after we finished, Chauncey engineered the show, and he said, "I'd like to work with you. I'd like to give you some lyrics." And I said, "Let's go." And maybe like 6 months later.
Wow.
One night he was working, and then Chauncey in the middle of the night sent me a text, and then I didn't get it till I woke up, probably like 9 o'clock, and then I looked at it and I said, "Let me look," and I went to the piano and I wrote it in about a second.
Oh my God!
No, I totally believe that you wrote it in a second
because it was that great of a lyric.
Wow!
And he heard it slower, and I put it like to a dance, like a dance beat. So it's a big dance song, and we produced it with engineer Billy Vasquez,
Yeah.
And it's fabulous. Billy's a DJ, a New York DJ, but he's a producer, engineer.
It seems everybody overlaps with.
That's kind of what he does. He has his own label, Sector Records, and he's just a dream to work with. In our circles, we met through other friends.
That's how
from many years ago, we working at the Palladium or working way back down.
How did we not know each other? I was at the Palladium all the time.
I was in the crib. I was downstairs.
Okay.
I was in the studio with my friend John Chan. If you're ever out there, John, he's a brilliant engineer.
Wow.
And they were very good to me because I had 3 kids at the time. I was a single mom. And
I'm just going to stop right there because you were telling me, we were talking before, you have 4 kids.
I have 4 children.
Right.
Wow.
But
grown.
I have to tell you, you hear all this stuff about working mothers. I was able to do 1 and I have 4 animals. To keep a career going in this business, if you're a trophy wife, it's a whole other thing. But if you're the person that's moving, shaking, raising the kids and bringing in the mullah, it is really hard.
It is. It is.
And look at you.
They're fabulous.
Your kids are all fabulous.
They used to go to the show. I did Tony and Tina at the time. They were babies. Jackie was like 5. Nicole was 4. John was 3, 2.5.
They were like a year. These kids were like bing, bam, boom.
My first 3.
Wow.
And they would come to the show and they'd let them go, just put a little tux on Johnny, a jacket, and
just
Jackie,
like
a wedding.
At the wedding reception, that's perfect.
They were very good to me. The producers, Joe Cochran, I have to always say their names, Karen Stellini, husband. She's wonderful to me, and they really took care of me back in the time when I needed them the most. And I met Susan Campanaro there.
Yeah.
I met, of course, Maria. I know you know Lena. I know you know all these people that were in the show at that time.
Yeah.
I met my closest friends to today. So today are all Tony and Tina. Like that's my family.
For those of you that don't know, Tony and Tina's Wedding was an off-Broadway show here in New York. It was interactive. One of the first interactive shows.
I think it was the first.
Yeah, because I had never seen anything like it, and that was at the church.
Yeah, you went to the church, but I was at the reception. I wasn't at the church.
Oh, okay.
Because I was Celeste, a piano player. I was.
Okay.
So they went to the church, so I didn't have a call time for an hour after everyone else. So it was great because I had babies, so I would get a babysitter, and I could leave Staten Island. I was living in Staten Island.
So you were commuting from Staten Island?
Yeah. Well, I had the kids.
I'm never complaining.
Get over to Verrazano, beat some speeding tickets. That's another story. And get to the space, and they were so good to me. Everyone had my back, and it was really the greatest times of my life. That's before I met my husband. But and then I have 4. I have the 4.
But again, Tony and Tina's Wedding. It was at a church, and your ticket is the invitation.
Yes.
And you walk in, and they actually have the wedding right there, like you're on the bride side or the groom side. You actually experience that, and then the whole audience goes outside and walks through the streets over to and upstairs to a club,
completely interactive,
to a club for the reception. And and everybody just the actors talk to you like oh my God, how have you been? I haven't seen you in years. And like they've known you forever. And it's hysterical show. And then they get into a fight at the reception.
Oh yeah, it's got
many fights.
It is scripted. It's scripted. The whole thing's scripted.
It's hysterical.
Yeah.
It was
what
a wonderful show.
It's still running.
It's still running in various places.
Still touring everywhere. I don't think this show's ever gonna go. Right?
You know what? It was it was the very first. I love that you made all these relationships.
Just real quick, I just noticed Maria Gentili just said, Lynn Portas, genius.
So we met there, and we've been
look at the connections that you made.
Friends forever.
How old were you when you did that show? Like probably in your 20s.
I had the baby. I always say, 1990. Yeah, I was only 25, 27.
Yeah, because I remember I was in my 20s then.
27 when I got it, and I was doing gigs at the time. I was doing
with a baby.
Well, I would do weddings. I lived in Staten Island, Brooklyn. That's my gigs were there.
Yeah.
Weddings, bar mitzvahs, and when they asked me to do the show, I met Tony Ventura, a bass player. And he said, "Oh, you'd be perfect." And I said, "Well, I don't have to have an accent. I could just keep my accent."
Yeah, right.
I don't have to worry. What accent? I don't have an accent. All the rest of you do. That's from a song.
They all had to learn theirs. Yours was just natural.
That's from a kid's song. So when I met Karen Stellini, who's the producer's wife, we became friendly. We had children the same age. And I said, I think I'm going to write some kids songs for our kids. And we were talking about some. I said, I'm going to try this, and I did my first children's album, and then I did 4 children's albums. So I used to tour for kids shows.
Nice.
And that's why a lot of
Yeah,
people know me. So you go on Spotify and you hear this new song revealed, but the next song is like the same old lunch, or it's something about Are We There Yet? It's a kid's song.
Right.
So people know me for the comical
comedy,
goofy, goofy kid songs and stuff like that.
Wow.
And stuff I wrote with Maria is pop and serious and
how do
jazz.
you have
how do you shift gears?
That was going to be my question. How do you do
it's
this?
Funny you said that, because I think growing up I listened to everything. Like I had a big family, and everybody had their own. There was 7 of us, and everybody kind of had their
kids.
own.
Well,
I guess their own
Like the
style
parents
of it.
listened to like big band, and
Mom liked jazz. But Mom was not like a big jazz, and my father wasn't really. I don't know what he listened to. Not us. But it was more. Everybody had the genre. There was AM and FM, and
right.
My brother liked FM. My sisters liked AM. So you kind of heard everything. And there was so many albums, but this was Susan's album. This was Kathy's album. So eventually, you just. It's just like we're little
But you were
sponges.
the one that emerged as the musical person. That this is what you did.
Everybody played a little bit, but I stayed.
You were the one that. Why do you think that is? What was it about you?
I think I think everybody kind of could have something to do. You could do dance, or mom let us do whatever we want to do.
Right.
But I don't know. I just think writing music was really when I changed
You could
everything.
just do it.
Writing music, I can't play a wrong note. I wrote it. You know what I mean? Like that's what I intended that before. That's what I want.
Nobody can tell you it was wrong.
No, but I think if you really know me, and I think I am an independent. I preferred that type of work.
Indie, you're an indie artist.
Definitely.
So now I'm trying to detect. Did you grow up in Staten Island?
Yeah.
Okay.
I grew up in
Staten Island. I knew the answer to that before she said it. Well, I'm from the Bronx.
So my parents
it takes a borough person to know a borough person.
My Portas is Portuguese.
My dad's father.
Okay.
And they're Italian. My family's Italian from downtown Brooklyn.
Wow.
My dad and mom are from Carroll Garden. So whatever you call it now.
Hill. It's very fancy schmancy now. It wasn't then. No, my husband's from Bensonhurst.
Oh, so that's
but that was, not fancy schmancy. So his neighborhood was Italian.
Most of them either moved to the island or to Staten Island. Staten Island or Long Island.
So Staten Island, you would get a little bit more space, I think.
It was beautiful growing up. Growing up, we had gorgeous. Oh my God, the street was called Nevada Avenue. It was a park at the end. There's like acres, miles and miles of just woods.
Right.
Nice.
Now there's deer there, so I don't know. We didn't have deer.
It worked out real good for like The Godfather when they had to jump those bodies.
No, but they filmed in Staten Island.
Right. Well, Staten Island. I mean,
I'm telling you, I'm so happy right now.
Staten Island, it was known for not that you were connected to the mafia at all.
I'm so happy with these two. Like this is the best way to interview.
No, but I know this is what we do. But we're this way in real life.
I walked in here and I felt. I'm just talking.
Yeah.
I just felt like I knew you.
I love it.
And I feel it's a very warm, people see me a lot on Zoom and things, and I'm always like, I'm very self-conscious and this and that, but I feel really good right now.
Well
and I'm happy.
You're in good hands. And I love, first of all, you're back. I'm very partial to people like Tim came out of a small town. You came from a borough. I'm a girl from a borough. It's always interesting to me that because it's harder. I'm sorry. There's so many, and we watch the Grammys. There were people there that were funded. I mean,
my gosh.
I'm not to say anything bad about Billie Eilish and what is his name? Phoebeus. What is the brother?
Yeah.
Thank you, Tim.
Phineas.
But the parents were connected. It seems like all the parents are connected in the industry.
Yeah.
My mother told me to go get a job in the phone company.
Yeah.
I came from, not that it was bad. She wanted me to have something safe to fall back on. I came from that. And so when I meet other people that,
it was nothing was handed to me.
We
had a piano in the house though. We did have a piano in my house.
Yeah.
So
and is that where you started writing?
Yeah.
Was from that?
My mom played. She bought this Baldwin she loved.
The
talking
Baldwin.
About Baldwin. There's a beautiful Baldwin. I wish I could show you in the other room.
Yeah, here at Pangea there is, right? A well taken care of.
Yeah,
they take good care of that Baldwin.
She's in heaven.
No,
with that Baldwin.
So you were self-taught.
I was until I took lessons, and Mom had to wait. Like Susan had lessons, Carol had lessons, Kathy had
There's
lessons. When somebody
kids.
would quit, you know, then
Yeah.
I eventually got lessons like in 2nd grade. But I knew it was right. I always knew I'd always play.
You could.
And
Now,
then
were you always waiting till you could take lessons? You were looking forward to it.
It's funny you said that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very true. I was. Mom was like, "Oh, I next, you know, when this one quit."
Yeah.
So, but you know,
She had
was
7 kids. It kind of
7.
had to be
Yeah,
doled
right.
out. Did you like go to?
I was 5.
Did you go to Catholic school?
High school.
Yeah, Catholic high
You
school.
knew. She knew. Catholic high school.
Our Lady of whatever.
No, St. Joseph by the Sea.
When was
Oh.
St. Joseph?
St. Joseph by the
I
Sea.
love that. It's
Yeah.
like a resort.
I gotta tell them.
Yes,
I gotta
Joseph
tag
by
them
the
on this.
Sea.
on this.
Wow. Yeah, you did the whole thing. The
Yeah,
whole.
so I
Catholic
always
school.
wrote music even then, and always wrote pop and that kind of stuff. And I stayed with the bands, and I always that pays the bills. If you play gigs, you pay the
Right.
bills.
How old were
And
you
we
when
did
you
club
started?
dates. We
did you
called
play-
club dates.
How old were you when you started playing those gigs?
16,
I
17.
knew she was going
Wow.
to say that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could gig back then. Nobody proved you.
Right. I was
Right.
And I
gonna
used
say.
to do Tuesdays with these like 3 guys, Bobby, and
And-
Joey.
Bobby, and Joey.
And
on
then Joey left, and it
Tuesday.
was Bobby, and Ralph. and the first rule was you never talk. Like no matter what happens, you go, you do the gig, you never talk. And that's how it was.
What
back in
happens
the
on the gig stays on
yeah,
the gig.
and then we were at
Wow.
the Playboy Club. I was
Nice.
very young, like almost 17. I was very young. But back then, nobody proved. And
Right, right.
gigs, what you really
Well,
learn.
and also here in the city, you have access to everything. You can get to Brooklyn or to Manhattan.
Yeah,
or,
yeah.
You know, so that would have been wonderful growing up here.
Yeah, it was. Well, yeah, car, put in the car, and the keyboard weighed a ton back then. But I always stayed with it, even when I had kids. I was, you know, always been, you know, it doesn't stop you.
But
from-
isn't there something about that? Oh yeah, taking the keyboards and putting it in the
Yeah,
car,
right.
and my husband
my husband
there's
was saying,
nothing
yeah, he'll tell
like
you
that.
all about it. It sucks.
You're
there's a lot that
schlepping, you're
sucks
schlepp-
about it, but
No,
it's,
yeah,
I have a
it's-
wonderful husband who helps me all the time, but it does get heavy. And but honestly, the writing aspect, this app is what I have to talk about.
Oh my
Yes.
God.
Oh yeah, we definitely want
Wait
to
till
talk
you
about
hear about this
All right,
app.
so after all these years and everything else, about 9 years ago, my daughter was getting married. The other daughter, I have an accent. The other daughter, the other daughter
The other
daughter called and said, "I'm trying on a dress," and she showed me the picture. And at the time, you know, you get this picture and you're like, "Oh," and what am I going to say? "Oh, it's beautiful. You look beautiful." Next picture, you're beautiful.
Right. they
So
all
I
start with them the
decided,
same.
because I was at the piano at the time, the keyboard, the little drum machine. I wrote this little song. "Oh my God, I love that dress. You look so freaking hot. Oh my God, I love that stupid little song." And I sent it to her. And then she didn't respond. Then I wrote another one. Like,
Mother.
"Oh, you're like sex. You sexy thing." I wrote,
You
"You
sexy
sexy
thing.
thing." And then she said, "Ma, what are you doing?" And I said, "I don't know, but I'm going to keep going." So that day was a
So
Friday.
great.
That day was a Friday. And I continued writing. I'm like shaking loud. I continued writing the entire day, Saturday
Amazing.
and the Sunday. And I never stopped.
Wow.
Like something happened. And then
Uh-huh.
Sunday night, I had like an anxiety attack. And Maria's like,
Wow.
"Lynn, you got to stop. You got to walk away." So I wrote over hundreds
Of these ditties. They're like
Wow.
little ditties.
Just little.
in that short space. And I knew it was
Wow.
something. And I didn't really know what it
You
was.
knew it was
I said, "Joe,
something.
it's like a little song. Instead of a text message,
right.
you send a little song. Like,
Mhm.
I'm on my way home. I'm on my way back. Or, I love you. I hate you. You know, you're a jerk. I don't want to curse, but they're on there too.
right.
And it's rated with a little red on the app. But I
so you
didn't
have
know.
ratings as well for the
Yes.
songs. I love it.
The songs are rated. And it became what's called, I'll show you the little picture.
I love this.
Yeah.
That's the picture.
Yeah, you hold
Yeah,
it up
hold
to
it
the
close.
camera because it's
Oh.
really great.
Is that
That is
There
an
we go.
easy app to find. She showed it to me on her
And
phone, and it's so
eMusic.
cute.
How do you say that?
E-music, yeah.
E-
Emusic,
Like
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 emoji.
music without-
yeah, like
And
an
my
emoji
niece
with-
Erin, I got a shout out to her. She's brilliant.
She
she's
came up
from-
with that.
Oh,
She was
that's
like-
good.
She's a big lawyer at LinkedIn. Hello, LinkedIn. But she told me it's like a music, it's like an emoji.
Emoji.
But I
it's
saw
for
the
music.
phone and I'm like, why can't we send a song instead of always sending a happy face?
That's great.
You know, that was my idea.
It's a modern day version of a singing telegram, is what
That's
you came
what-
up with.
yes,
so
that
can-
is so amazing.
So can people go on eMusic and and buy a song?
Well, before it was an app, I didn't know what it was. My husband, he's a saint, but I was literally like shaking. Something's happening. I have an idea, like an explosion in your mind.
Oh,
you know?
I know. I love those.
And I said, Joe, I don't think this exists. And I didn't know if it existed. And we went to a marketing, I guess that's strategist.
A marketing company. That's
a
that's
social network marketing strategies in New Jersey. And I gave them, we had like, I don't know, 500 of these. And we went and we had a meeting and they spoke to me. They said, this is nice, but you know, you're going to need like 1,000 of them. I said, okay. Meanwhile, Joe was like,
give me till Friday.
But made us do a little survey monkey and see what people liked. But I just said, look, I can just sing this myself. And I said, no, I want to do it in the studio. I want it to be right. Every song is recorded in the studio.
Oh, nice.
Every single one is quality. Even though people listen through this. If you listen to them through a beautiful sound system, you could tell. But you're only going to get quality. And that goes for anything you listen to.
Can you play one of them?
Can we do it?
Yeah.
Can we do it for real?
So, of course. I open my app.
We're going to do it for real.
Isn't this fun?
Yeah, we're like experiencing something on here.
Well,
today.
when you go to the app, it's at the App Store on Apple.
Show them. Yeah, show everybody what it looks like.
Okay, so there's the second
you go
page.
on and it has all the categories here.
Yeah, she's got them printed out.
And then I'll show that. That's better. Yeah, the phone's better. So anyway, let's see. So we go to this is health. Let's try
health. Okay.
Let's try.
Oh, that's incredible.
Contact lenses, cover your mouth when you cough.
As she puts her glasses on.
Wait, dental hygienist won't shut up.
You want that? My dental hygienist won't shut up.
Yeah, let's
try that one. My hygienist won't show up. I don't want to get cut up. Listen. Oh my God. So I'll grunt and use my eyes. I hold my fear inside. What she's talking about. I agree.
Yes.
No matter what she's talking.
Oh my God.
I wish she'll stop talking. That was what
I love that.
These are brilliant.
Go to the doctor. My daughter's a doctor, and she would tell you this is great. Very simple. Time and time again, you still complain. You tell me about all of your aches and pains. The days and weeks come fast. Still you won't, dumbass. Go to the doctor. So, I went to the doctor yesterday. I went to my daughter's practice. Oh my gosh, she's a family doctor. Oh my God. She's going to laugh if she ever sees this. I hope she's not watching, God knows.
Okay.
But I went, everything's good.
It is recorded though. We can show it to
her.
We're
going to show
I went to my doctor
You're going to get too. A cheat day is when you're dieting, you take a day off. This is just one category. Go to the gym.
Goodness. I can't believe this.
I don't want to get chubby.
Let's hear this.
Gonna work on the biceps, triceps, baby. Gonna do some cardio, baby. A little bit of treadmill. I don't want to get chubby.
No, I don't want to get chubby.
That's it. So
you have so many different styles.
So that's what I was trying to say. There's a little bit of it, but everything is recorded in the studio. So now you have categories like just regular birthday, but instead of sending the birthday emoji, it's a little bit different.
Or the GIF.
I think this is great. It's cool. I gotta get the glasses, guys.
And then
30, 40, 50, 70. Happy birthday to both of you, like a twins.
Yeah, twins, right.
And that's like an old fashioned. And I did that one with that's a good one actually. I forget. This one is like everything's in twos, and I even use two pianos, two separate tracks. That's cute. Happy birthday. I hope your day is beautiful. I hope your day is beautiful. Wish you love and laughter
and everything wonderful.
Everything wonderful. You get the idea.
That's great for both of them.
And then Sweet 16 is like I did this like a John Lennon vocal.
Oh, I want to hear this. This is great.
Sweet 16. Do you remember you're Sweet 16? You're beautiful. You're mine.
You're beautiful. You're mine.
And I was like, freaks me out now because it's so gross that the girl's 16 and all those terrible.
You're beautiful. You're mine.
It's exactly
right. I know. It's
so
I never thought of how creepy it was.
Right, Tim. I didn't until she just
I
said,
gotta hang out.
16. You're beautiful and you're mine.
So here's this one. This is my John. I said, you're Sweet 16.
Oh.
Ooh, the time flies no more, little girl. Right before my eyes. Those old songs are cute, but let's not refute. You're 16. You're gorgeous. And you will be walking through the door at 11 o'clock.
Because you have a curfew.
Because you're 16 and everybody dances.
So these can be emailed, right? They be posted on a Facebook as well?
They took it off of Facebook.
Wait a minute. Wait.
Oh my God.
These are
It used
brilliant.
to be able to go on Facebook. It was, remember back, I think it was my husband. I wish you were out there. It might be like 4 years ago they took it off.
What for? What reason?
It's like a third party because it's like the app.
Oh.
They don't want, you can put up a link in the comments,
right?
So you can put one of these in.
That's what I'm saying.
In the comment, you can't put it in the post. It used to actually say
you
music. It was really cool,
right?
but
A music
no more.
and click
That's
on
okay.
it and you go there.
But there's seasonal animals, dogs, cats. I mean, health and fitness. We did school, food.
How
advice?
many songs are on here right now? What's the number? No, I want to hear. She's laughing. It's going to be outrageous.
1,000.
Jesus
300
Christ! What am I?
I mean, you're an asshole. I mean,
you're an asshole. Can we hear that one?
Look at this. Why are you such a tick? I mean, why? There's naughty ones. They have a red color.
Those.
Naughty.
And maybe it's not for everyone, and maybe not everyone. Maybe not everyone wants to hear a song. I don't know what we can do. Like we talked about.
I think it's brilliant.
What's
I think this is brilliant.
But now these, do people pay to have to get these?
It's a free download. So you go to the App Store. Oh, Google Play. Oh, Google, by the way. Google Play is updating. So on Friday, it's back to Google this Friday.
Okay.
So if you go right now to Google, you won't find it.
Okay. But it's going to be
so
on
I will
Friday.
explain about that.
Yes.
Every time your phone gets an update, or every time, there's always updates, and you see it. Oh, I don't want to update.
I hate them.
But every update you do or I do on my phone, when you have an app, and you are the developer. My husband is brilliant, Joe Brennan. We have to keep this app updated also
continually.
So it costs a lot of money. So most of the apps you see have tons of money behind it. This is no money behind this. This is me.
Well, I think you should charge for those.
Well, the app is in-app purchase of 99 cents. You can download it for free. You get like 150, 200 songs. I don't even know what it is.
Okay.
But I keep making them free because I love them. Like, make this free. But
honey, you got to make $1.
But then I can. I'm going
to Apple. We're here to help you, honey. So like if you go to iTunes or any of that, iTunes, you have to subscribe to some of them, and then
they make money.
Right, and they make money. So why can't?
So we did have the app. The app originally has a 99 cents purchase to get the app,
right?
And we didn't get the downloads, and through all Survey Monkey and everything, nobody wants to pay. And it's unfortunately, I love you young people, but they don't pay for apps. And my own kids like, no, we don't pay for apps.
No, but they pay for songs on iTunes. You're offering them songs. Why can't
they think they don't pay, but they pay. They think they don't pay for Spotify. You still pay.
You pay.
There's no advertising.
Along with the musicians.
There's no,
right.
Like there's things about like you don't do anything. You have to do something. Like it could be for anything. Like you sit on your butt, You
have a song you're sitting on your butt.
Gotta do something, because up to now you've done nothing, and nothing doesn't work. Waiting for problems to just solve themselves. Really? Right? You get the idea?
These are like little
Another day won't hurt.
These are like little mini musicals.
Yes,
exactly.
That's what we gotta do.
It's
e-musical.
It's e-musical. Like we could call the musical "I Sat on My Ass All Day," and then you could have like 10 songs about that.
Social media songs. There's songs about traffic. There's songs about New York. Just New York songs, like cruising on the Bell Parkway. It was really a dream. It really was. I remember I had a dream.
About cruising on
it was a dream. Bell Parkway. People.
That's so weird. I had a dream about the Bell Parkway the other day.
Oh my God!
Tim with the Y. He's Tim with the Y.
Same dream.
New York, a pig on a leash is what was in the video, and there's a video. I think.
So we have a video on you today.
Well,
show.
This
is perfect. Let's see the
fabulous Lynn Portas.
Yes, this is. I think this is so brilliant.
Oh, send a text with the song e-music. Hi, how you doing? E-music here. It's about that time. Work. Here we go, a little circus music. Sometimes you feel like you're tied up, bound to a life that you can't change a bit. Then strangely the day comes, decisions come easy. You walk in and just say, I quit. What's up with that? A pig on a leash. You see it all around. You're walking through the busy streets, city's going down. There's a pig on a leash, strut looking like he's better than a greyhound, a boxer, a schnauzer, a poodle. Pig on a leash, I need to talk. There's no room for park on the streets of New York. There's a pig on a leash, unless it's bacon, because there's always room for bacon. Great things are gonna happen. This I know, something wonderful is coming. I'm feeling it in my bones and I won't stop believing. Stop on dreams, hell, I can't even. Great things are gonna happen, just you wait. Great things are gonna happen, make no mistake. Great things will happen, just you wait. Send a text with a songy music. Your employee, not your bitch, not your bitch. Your employee, not your bitch. You feel me? I lose nothing, you don't gain a pound. You're watching your weight, at least that's what you say. You stand on the scale, you go nuts. Only got yourself to blame. Looking at the sun, it seems a bit too bright. But looking at your dress, you had a fun-filled night. You do the walk of shame. The walk of shame. Send a text with the songy music. I got a little song for you about a musician and COVID-19. Now I can't cause a COVID. I can't cause a COVID.
Make it merry for a while. Make it merry with a smile. At Christmas time, you know it's necessary that you got to go and make it Merry Christmas.
There's always a reveal, a reveal, a reveal. There's always a reveal, a reveal, a reveal.
We're dancing and singing, and
Oh
that's
my
your
God.
latest is reveal. Wow.
Yes,
It-
that was revealed.
I can't believe how wonderful. We're going to talk a little bit about AI because the picture of reveal
Yes.
was an AI image that Chauncey put in what he wanted. So let me tell you what Chauncey
Yeah.
says the song is about. So I don't
Okay,
want to be
let's
at
go
coming
there.
Yeah.
my interpretation and Chauncey's, but I do know it's about a woman. This woman, I'll say whoever she may be, who is an underdog. She's maybe people thought her career was done and over, or maybe she's washed up, but she's not. The reveal is when she says it's not over. What did you say, Chauncey? It's done when I say it's done.
I love it.
And that's reveal. And I went to record it because I go to the studio, also in Staten Island, Bill. That's Sector Records. I go to Bill, and he says, "No, Lynn, you got to sing it." And I played it for Chauncey, and Chauncey's like, "No, Lynn, you have to sing it." And I'm like, "Oh, I don't sing. I want to write for other people to sing. I write songs. I'm a composer. I don't have to be the singer."
But you are a singer also.
But
Oh my God.
I said, and
Oh,
then
yeah,
I
great
started to
voice.
realize what the song's about and how important it really is for me, Lynn.
Right.
Mhm,
Even for writing Lavinia, that same type of depth of character. Like,
mhm.
as long as there's music, I'm happy. As long
I
as
love that.
as long as there's music, I'm breathing. As long as I'm working, I'm happy, and I'll just keep going. And that's kind of also how I feel about reveal. Like, just wait to see what's gonna happen
Yeah.
Mhm,
because I'm
right.
still here. And maybe because I'm a grandma, or maybe because I got older, and my kids are all wonderful and grown, and it's just me and my husband. But my career's changing. But I did talk a little while ago to Wendy about a meeting I had at ASCAP, the last meeting.
Very interesting.
ASCAP, music publishing and composers meeting, and it was an AI symposium. I don't know.
Yeah,
It was
which
a
is
meeting
upon us. AI is upon us.
in music, and it was horrifying. It was so upsetting. And it was hours. It was like 3 hours long. Of course, I had a gig. I had to go, but I stayed like the 2 hours, and I got to get the hell out of here. And when I got out, I couldn't. I just didn't know what to say. And I saw Paul Williams on the way out, and I said to him, I couldn't even stand in there. I couldn't even listen anymore. I'm so afraid.
Right. It had
And he
affected
says,
you
"No,
so
Lynn."
much.
He says, "Don't. Ask me my name." He says, "I didn't know him." I know who he is. He's little.
Little guy.
So I just said, it's what's happening to us, what's happening to music. Like, I'm afraid. And he says, "No, don't worry. We're always going to be okay. We're behind." First of all, we're not behind AI. AI is moving 100 times, a million times faster than we're ever going to.
What you're saying
so
is
we're not
honest.
keeping up. So who's kidding who?
And they've unleashed it.
It's here. So my issue was, how do you know AI didn't write the song that you hear?
Right.
And Spotify's, they're going to be on top of this and all these that you really can't. It's getting all we can do. We is stay this live,
right,
perform live, sing live,
Yeah.
write. I don't care if you write. Don't be afraid. So what if people see? What does it care? What do you care? I'll write you a song right now live. I don't care. I screw up. Who cares?
Right. Who cares?
It's this whole fear of this perfection, and everyone on social media, the video has to be perfect, the song has to be perfect. Like, I don't know, maybe as a musical director, everybody always made fun of me. I used to say, "Yeah, that's great, that's fine." Like, I was never that person. No, do it again, and that's great.
Raise your arm this high, not this high.
But Lynn,
it's okay.
We're living in an Instagram filtered world.
Where
and that's
everything
what
has
you're
to be
talking
perfect.
about. Everyone's
It's
perfect.
really hard.
But AI pop comes into that
Right,
conversation.
absolutely.
Totally.
And I don't know what will be. But when I wrote this app, I had this meeting. First, I met a lot of people, and writing an app is not easy. If anybody wants to know,
I just was blown away. I don't know anyone
if I didn't
that's
have my
done
husband,
that.
when you for every little thing, you write a lyric on looks like that on a JPEG,
That's our
and then you
song.
take the JPEG. You're taking a PowerPoint and you put it in a JPEG, and everything goes onto a portal, and the portal is somewhere in the cloud. And all these songs, and I could go in the portal and change it and do whatever I want. I can move the picture. It's really, really cool. I've learned a lot. But the app is coming on 8 years. The app is going to be 8 years.
You were really
old.
ahead of your time. You were
And
that you did this by yourself, you and your husband. It's
Yeah,
like
it's pretty-
you weren't a corporation that
No,
did
I'm
this.
not.
Right? You're like Lynn, and what's your husband's name?
Joe Brennan. He's a good Irish guy.
Lynn and Joe.
But the
mean,
thing is, most of these apps fold. The little guys, you can't make it out here.
Yeah,
you can't keep up with the cost. But this app is like, it's a sending app. So all it is an MP3 and a JPEG. So this picture that you see on your phone, this lyric, it goes together with the song, and you text when you open the text from the music, it's a little smiley face. You hit it, and there's the text, and there's the MP3. It's like,
and then you can text it to
that's
anybody.
all
you
it
want.
is.
And it's so
Love
easy. You really made it user friendly for
it's
people like me
user-friendly.
that are not
It
technical.
used to be able to go on Facebook. It used to be able to go on Twitter. Now it's you'll see it says message. Send it as a text, or it also it says
it's
email,
still
but
great. It
it
personalizes
doesn't matter.
it.
It's still there. We're still going.
Mm.
I don't know how. For some reason, we're not in the red. For some reason, we've kept it like it's worked out. But I didn't really know what would be. But my hope initially, and I'm being really honest because I love these two. I'm really telling you.
And I have
Guys,
another idea for you.
please.
So
I
keep
don't.
going.
I never hung out. Never. I knew who they were. But this is like
Likewise.
this is
Well, that
like
makes
a
us
really
happy.
beautiful feeling.
Thank
here.
you.
I don't know. I'm just so happy I'm here right now. But I thought it might save kind of music. I know it sounds like a big thing, but it's a step to save the creative.
The
aspect.
originality.
I agree.
Because when you go to text, if you're on an Android or Apple, doesn't matter. When you send, "Oh, I'm on my way," and you want to put a heart, and then you want to put a, I don't know, whatever emoji, you pick and choose, and you click and send. I wanted that there. All right. I wanted, and I maybe whoever you want a man to sing, you want a woman to sing,
Right. Whoever.
but I don't think anybody could ever imagine having thousands of songs to choose
It's incredible.
Right, right.
So they did try. There's lots of other things, but there's a piece of like "You Are the Sunshine of My Life" or Stevie Wonder, or there's a piece of this song you can send. No, this is just nobody. This is
These are all original.
original. You
So
don't have
okay,
big rights.
so my wheels have been turning as they do.
Go ahead, go.
Mhm.
Jackie Lawrence Jackie Lawson
cards.
greeting
Lawson,
cards,
yes.
right? What is the business model for that? Why can't you? I don't know what's involved. I'm not technical, but it's the same thing. She's got the greeting cards, and you pay for people subscribe to it,
Yeah.
and they
Yeah.
pay.
It's
So
just
how
like
do
a greeting card.
similar
right?
type of
This
thing.
is this.
Yeah,
It
musical
is.
greeting
My
card.
God,
Yeah.
you're writing a piece of a musical show for someone. I'm
Yeah.
really
Yeah.
impressed, and you can personalize it in any way you want, and all I have to do is subscribe to it. I think it takes somebody that knows how to market this technologically.
Yes.
That's what I think.
Yeah.
I think the app's a great idea, but why
All right.
not
It's a
like
brilliant idea.
why not like what Jackie Lawson does with
Yeah,
the cards?
I agree.
Yeah.
It's the
You've
same
Gone to
thing.
card companies before, so I don't
You're
know.
the only one doing it with music.
Mhm.
Well, we'll see if you're out there. Is there anybody out?
We need somebody out there that is skilled with doing this kind of thing, and then you sell a percentage of the company, right?
Right,
You got to
right.
make it worth their while, and you get people to buy in. This is something I'd be totally interested in.
Okay,
Mhm.
my agent.
From
I had
that's a problem. I'm everybody's agent, but not my
Not
own
own.
best
I know.
one.
It's okay, but I think
Broken.
really and truly, I know this is what I had to do in
It's
my life. It
great.
was more
Yes.
like kind of like a calling, and I
No,
also
it is
write
a
a lot
calling.
of musicals.
I
and
love the
doing all
concept. I love the actions that you have taken to
Right.
make this happen. This is amazing.
Well, I'm gonna
It's
sing
really
my
amazing.
last one that I wrote.
Oh no, not the last one.
No,
we
I'll
wanna
do
keep
more.
singing.
All right.
No, yeah.
I
Oh,
got
the most recent one.
I have a. I just had a show in Wilton Manor.
Oh,
in
yeah.
Florida.
I was just
Wait,
down
wait,
there.
I didn't want to
Tiffany's just
forget because
down
I know
there.
Dan's gonna come on. We love it. We love Ronnie Larson. We'll shout out. Wow.
Uh-huh.
Shout out to
To the
Ronnie Larson.
Foundry Theater, you guys, and they
in
ran it for
Wilton
6 weeks.
Manors.
To hear your
Oh,
own music
wonderful.
for 6 weeks
Oh, my
every night.
God.
I cried. Thank you. Food.
Okay, here we go.
Okay, what do we want? Think of some
Let me see
cookies.
what you got. in
brunch.
food.
I'll pick up a good one. Did you really need that donut? That was what-
Wait, no, I love diet. One freaking day eating.
one freaking day. Can I have one day not eating? Oh wow, this is sad. One freaking day.
Yep.
Freaking day. Not making lists. You know, it's
just so tough for me. I've got to count my
I
calories.
don't even know. Waiting with Jenny and everyone's watching. I'm pissed. Yeah. Yeah. My diet starts mañana. Yeah, there's a lot of diet, a lot of food.
Man, it's such real stuff.
I
that
need
people go
coffee,
through.
It is.
one
These are
burger,
great.
1 ounce of milk. It's beautiful. Oh, speaking of, the videos, those videos of Chris DePiro of those music videos, but the video you saw, like Leo Rodriguez made that fabulous video for me. Thank you, Leo. He's out there.
That was
He's
Leo.
so amazing. Leo Rodriguez.
The amazing Leo Rodriguez.
Okay, so let's go. And we have like astrology, your signs, and recreation.
Lynn, how long does
this
it
is
take you to write one thing? You can be honest, because I already think I know the answer. How long?
5 minutes.
Yeah, I didn't even
Wow.
think that. I think
no,
you channel
think of
it.
You just,
Yeah.
you
Just
get
channel
an
it,
idea.
and that's it.
Everybody gets a
What a
trophy.
gift.
Everybody gets a trophy. Yes.
And that's a problem.
Everybody gets a trophy. Everybody is the same. Everybody is a winner, even though they lost again. So when you get into the real world and you're losing as you should,
Remember that you won a trophy.
and you weren't that good.
Oh, stop.
That is funny. I have to admit,
That's
most of them
great.
are funny. I mean, that's kind of who I am. You
That-
play
That's kind of who you are. She's such a kind of funny girl.
in your room, you stay. I start to think that something is wrong. You got too much stuff you should do, like move, eat, shower would be cool. I would say it's not okay to play PlayStation all day. I mean,
Just-
it goes on. There's too many.
So you wrote
it's too
this
many.
one for Tim and I?
Yes, and this is a little something.
my
that's
God,
I just
so
wrote that
sweet.
because I knew I was
Something.
going to be here,
That's
so you'll
so
have to.
sweet.
I don't know how it goes again. I have to hear it.
Oh, come on.
I took a ride downtown, east side of New York, to share a smile with two. If these walls could talk, I'm so glad that I did.
Oh,
So glad you tuned in. Sorry. With Wendy and Tim. Wait a minute. Let's do it again.
I'm gonna do it
Shit.
again.
Sorry, no cursing.
No,
No,
you're
that's
allowed.
okay.
People come on here and they curse.
Took a ride downtown, east side of New York, to share a smile or two. With if these walls could talk. Glad that I did. So glad you tuned in to have some love and laughter, spending time with Wendy and Tim. Sorry.
I love that so
Sorry.
much.
But I had to do something wonderful because I didn't
Well,
bake a
that
cake.
is wonderful.
Not
Nobody's
only
ever
did I not bake a cake, I didn't bring
No
any.
meatballs.
No
She brought
meatballs.
a song. It's cool. We work for songs, meatballs. Somebody
Yep.
brought us some witch's brew wine one day. We're Tim and I.
Well, all I have to say is, if you are ever lucky enough to sit in this seat, it's a warm and loving place to be. I thank Lori Towers for introducing
Yes,
me.
Absolutely.
I love Lori
Absolutely.
and
and we have wonderful comments on
Well,
here.
firstly, we were talking
Yeah.
We were talking earlier about the Grammys. What
Oh
was
my
your
God.
opinion? Tell us about
Yeah.
your
I
what
said
you-
this Grammy really was. I enjoyed it. For
Right.
the
Me
first
It was
time.
too.
real. It
Me
was
too.
like,
It was.
yeah.
I called it. I felt it was inclusive.
Right.
Yes, right.
You know, my husband was laughing because some of the commercials are like for shingles.
Yeah.
So,
You know,
so
not
wait,
just those epic. It was like old people. I was like,
Do you
"Oh."
think it was geared towards an
I-
older?
I
you
think
do?
knowing
It was.
who the people were, knowing like Joni was coming, and knowing
Tracy
Tracy
Chapman
Chapman.
and-
Well,
people-
run that shingles commercial, and don't forget the Depends.
and Preparation Aid.
There you go.
No, but I mean, you
like
try
it.
to see it. But honestly, I felt right from the top from Dua Lipa. I was
Mhm.
was
Yeah,
engaged.
Yeah.
I was engaged, and there wasn't. I don't know. I felt happy. I just
Right?
felt so happy,
I love
and I
hearing
felt
that
Same
from
here.
you.
hopeful
Right,
for
right.
the industry.
Same here. Same here.
I did feel hopeful for the industry, and I know. Look, there's so many different genres, and there is
Right.
Spotify that's going to tell you what to listen to next. Don't let Spotify tell you what to listen
No,
to.
Right.
it doesn't. Yeah, it
You
doesn't
need
with
to
me.
go, and that goes for everybody, including me. You make your own playlist. It's like really, really important for
I do-
others.
Yeah.
You need to stop letting not just if it's AI, you can't lay down as this is happening. Okay, the
Right.
only way we can fight this, everybody,
And we have to.
is by fighting it
Yeah.
back and
Mhm.
playing live, sing live, play music live.
Right.
AI can't do that.
Right.
AI
right.
can't. They can't sit there and play any.
What-
I mean, they could play a song on a key, but it's a recording of a song. It's
But
not
it can't replace
What
a
was the-
person.
right.
What was the scary thing at that AI?
Oh my
Oh,
God.
ASCAP thing.
What were
at the
some of the
yeah,
scary
Well,
things?
all right. There was a representative of the United States Copyright Office there,
Hmm.
and a quiet guy, like a real nerdy
Right.
kind of
Yeah,
like.
right.
you know,
Copyright-ish.
I don't know. He was from Washington, and he had a suit and everything. Everybody else was like chill, you know. And he was sitting there, and the conversation and was getting heated, and a lot of people in the audience, raising their hands, and this is not okay, and this is this. Anyway, he said, "It's no problem. It's no problem. We know at the Copyright Office what's AI and what's not."
We
And-
do.
And
Wow.
no, we
Wow.
don't.
No,
I am
wouldn't think
telling
so.
you,
Come on, yeah.
You don't. You don't.
Yeah.
And if AI came up with half the idea and you did the other half, who
How
are
do
you
you
going?
do
How
that?
do you copyright it? Who gets the credit for the song?
Right.
I mean, things like that just start to like blow your mind.
Right.
And look, it's been happening. Like, music isn't what it is. These songs on this app are all songs. They're little songs. They
Mhm.
have a melody and they have a
Right.
song.
right. Yeah.
But we've been listening to less and less music.
Right.
And we
right.
also don't listen. We listen to 7 seconds.
That's why I think these are
I
brilliant.
think they're great.
Of course,
is
they
because
cater
they're
to the
short, and
Yeah,
the
short but
limited
sweet.
attention
Right. Yeah,
span.
Yeah.
right. Exactly.
that people have.
I think it's more
Short
fun
but sweet.
sometimes as the sender
Oh, I would
than the
imagine.
receiver. And I have one little story. A friend of mine, Lenore and Al. Hi, Lenore and Al. Something happened, and they were, I don't know, they had no power, or they had no, I don't know what the story was, but they only had the phone, and they were sending in music to each other, like because they had like, hey, they had no power, no
They
TV
were
or something.
speaking through them. They were.
And it was one,
That's
and you
great.
could do it back and forth because it's just so many things. This song's about your dog, or there's songs about,
Anything you
I
like,
mean, about for love. So for Valentine's Day, Laura was like, you make
Absolutely.
sure to promote, little Valentine's Day. But,
Absolutely.
there's a song called Friends Like You. And that, something like that I would send for Valentine's. Friends, even if a friends like you are few and far between, always there whenever I'm in need. It's just like real heartfelt stuff.
Oh,
And there's funny songs about not having a Valentine,
yeah.
No chocolate, but it's okay.
Right.
No chocolate, no bill, no restaurant, no, but that kind of
no flowers,
No flowers,
nothing.
that's in there.
Just
But-
hope it goes away.
But you have more money, you have more.
Yes, right.
Yeah,
What a
No.
perception on things.
Now, how can people find
Yeah.
out more about e-music?
Yeah.
Or
Okay.
how can they get there?
When you
Is
go
it
to the
emusic.com?
App Store, there is an emusic.com attached to the website. Thank you, Leo
And we
Rodriguez, who
also
did that.
have your
It is on her.
website, which
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
Lynn
So
Portas.
it-
and it
Emusi
is on
is-
there. Thank
Emusi
God. I
is
was
on
happy
that
to see that
website.
you had
Okay.
that on
Yeah,
there. Because,
Leo's on that.
And then you can download
goes
it
to
either
the app.
Apple or
Yes,
Google
Android.
after Friday.
It's App Store. You'll see
Yeah.
it's emusic dot, it's like a space app. Sometimes you can't find it, but the links are weird
eMusic.
now. But they want the little guys out. They want us
Yeah,
out.
Yeah, right.
Let me do it right now.
And Google Play Store Friday. This Friday. We're in. So
Just try
right now
it.
the app is being updated through Google.
On Google, which I have.
We
so
have,
I have to wait
an
on
app.
that.
If you're interested in how to make an app, or you want to make an
Don't
app.
be giving away this store, Lynn. I'm not going to let you do it.
No, no.
Don't be sharing this with other
No,
people.
it's very difficult.
Look at it. It came up right away. I love to do this.
Okay.
A music app, free Android and iOS download. All
Yeah.
right. Visited by over 1 million users
All
in the
right.
past month. I mean, come on. This is great. And you're
Let's
followed.
get this out there.
Yeah, this is out there.
Yeah. Well,
Wait,
that's
it's
a
not
different
your
one.
app.
It's okay. Go back.
We're
Go back. I'll get it for
okay,
you.
yeah,
I
let's
have to
get, I
take
want
off
to yeah, take it. Because this is like working in a lab.
Let's go to
Let's do
the
it.
App Store. You have the App Store in your
Oh, right there.
the app like the
I do. I don't know where it is. I have to ask Siri for it. Go
I-
talk to her. She'll talk to you.
I will find it.
She-
Talk amongst
The
yourselves.
app, yeah,
Okay.
the app
Is this the
store.
coolest thing? You feel like it's a little blue app. App
Here,
Store.
hold
It's
on,
a little
hang on.
A.
App Store. Siri and I work well together. Okay, here she comes. All right. Why did Lyft come up? Okay. Snapchat. Okay, here we go. I'm in the App Store.
Okay.
Okay, search.
Search.
We love
eMusic.
doing this. This is like
EMUSI app.
Musi app.
All right. There it is.
And it came up.
And there.
And here you go.
And
We
just
found it right
download
away,
it.
and you can just download it. Look, there it is on your own phone. Easy, took 2 seconds. I love Siri, is so great. She helps me all the time. Oh, when Siri starts writing stuff, then we're in trouble.
Yeah. Well,
But this,
You-
again, the thing I love about this is these are all very human songs.
Thank you, Tim.
About
right.
very
yeah,
human
stuff. Our
things.
human
Yeah.
things.
Right. So anything that you want out to send someone about maybe feeling sick,
yes.
or
You're sick. I hope you're
just
better.
happy,
Birthday.
or a birthday, or
Congratulations.
yes, congratulations on the baby,
The baby.
or
A lot of funny baby.
anything you can go
Or you can
to.
call in sick for work. You see?
Yeah.
right. I won't be in today.
Yeah, this is my daughter. My daughter's engaged to a female, and her wife is, her girlfriend's the best, or something like that. So I
Right.
do a few of those for my daughter.
Look, I got it. I downloaded it already.
She
I'm
downloaded
opening
it.
I'm like, oh my
That's
God.
how we do it.
I impressed myself. I'm so technical.
It's on now.
I'm so
It's
happy.
on.
Look at eMusic. There it is.
Downloading.
Look, if I can do it, you can do it.
Don't allow.
They want to send me notifications.
allow.
Don't allow.
You don't
Only
want
Lynn can send me.
Yes, I can.
But look, this is just like what we showed you, and look at all those
You just
categories.
categories and you
I
Well,
mean,
now
this
we've
is
lost
great.
Wendy for a while.
I
She's
know.
gonna be on there.
No, it's
Well,
an
my bus
interesting
ride
thing.
takes me a bit.
But we're going to
uptown,
keep
so I'll
music
be-
alive. And
We're
that's what we
keeping
wanna
music
do.
alive and in person
Absolutely.
and alive. Speaking of in person, we have so many nice comments
Yes,
today.
absolutely.
Tim, can you tell me why
Oh, my
my
goodness.
computer scrolls for you and not for me? Where are you hitting on the trackpad?
Well, you got to make sure that the arrow is over here on there.
Oh.
And then I use 2 fingers to go up and down. There we go.
Okay. Tim's a 2-finger kind of guy. Okay, we said that. There's Maria.
Maria's the
Arizona Pratt says, happy I'm able to catch you live.
Yes.
Johnny Casada
Hi,
says, hi,
Johnny
Wendy.
Casada. That's chart
And
confusion.
Willie Khan says, hello, Tim. Hi.
Hello.
Chauncey says, hello, everyone.
Hi, Chauncey. Lori Towers, hey, beautiful people.
Maria Gentile says, e-music. Maria said a few things here. We'll get to.
Joseph Brennan says, since hearts,
My
Leo
husband.
Rodriguez.
Leo's did the video.
Woohoo, genius. Thank you. You are a genius too.
Sue's our
Amazing
designer
designer.
from Massachusetts says,
Hi,
hello,
Suze.
dolls.
She's great. Nancy Ann said,
Says
Lynn, she
Lynn.
sent you hearts. Oh, Ronaldo, who's on here.
He's from the Bronx.
Good afternoon, guys.
guys.
Good afternoon to you. And,
And
Michael
Luisi says,
my
oh,
accent.
we were talking
Glenda.
accents. Yeah.
Right.
My accent, Glenda.
That's only because he had a picture of
she
Glenda
is
the Good Witch
me.
on
That's
Facebook. It's like
Maria says genius. Maria also says it's almost like she
memorized
rapid fire
thousands.
channels
Yeah.
things
Wow.
and she doesn't stop.
You too. It
and
is.
she
That's
has
very right.
and she has memorized thousands.
Right. It is rapid fire. It is a gift, you know. Here we go. Chauncey has something
Joseph,
nice to
where's
say.
Chauncey?
Lynn Portas will have to rewrite our song to "There's Always an Update, an Update, and an Update." Brilliant, Chauncey.
You're right, Chauncey. There's always an update.
yes.
And Chauncey
He's
said
so
you're
brilliant.
a prodigy.
Yep.
Aw,
Yeah.
And Lori
beautiful.
says Leo Rodriguez did a fabulous job with this.
Yes,
Yeah,
Leo.
he did. Yes,
Yay.
a round of applause
And
for
Leo
him.
also sends a heart.
Yeah.
Send a heart.
Maria loves the Wendy and Tim song. So do we. It's like a-
yes. And Joseph Brennan says, great show, guys.
Thank you.
Ah.
Thank you to everybody who tuned in. Great. I mean,
Thanks.
amazing guest. I'm so,
Just the creativity up
Right.
here and
Right.
in your heart. That's just
You let me do
wonderful.
my thing. You let me. This
what
girl.
do you, so we're going to go down the woo woo rabbit
Yeah.
hole with
Okay, go
Wendy,
ahead.
but Tim's there with me.
Yeah.
This is like one of those psychic gifts. You have an ability to channel it. When did you realize that it was
Mhm.
channeling, that nobody else
That you
was
had-
like this? Right.
Yeah.
Well, I started to write kids' songs. The first thing that really kind of happened like this is when I wrote the children's songs. I had a weekend and it was the same kind of thing. It was like, I usually work Saturday night. So it's like, my Sunday, Monday is my weekend kind of.
Got it.
I play piano. So I sing and play. I work in
Mhm.
restaurants.
Yeah.
I wrote the first kids' song and I had a book. I bought myself a little like journal book on lines and all these songs that I recorded
Started tumbling out.
are
Amazing.
all within 48 hours.
Wow.
So when I get it,
Mhm.
it's like that. I really didn't realize it till recently. I was with my daughter, Nicole, or I showed Jackie, one of my daughters. And I said, Nicole, look at the date. They're all the same day.
Wow.
That's really
And this is from
freaky.
this album. Like I
Wow.
didn't even realize like the bulk of the music, the lyric. And I can hear the music as I go.
Wow.
You know,
Wow.
this was different because this song I wrote because I wrote it before and I didn't listen
Mm.
to it. But I hear it.
Mhm.
So and that's kind of when I said something's up with me.
Yeah.
When I write like
It is
that.
very
Yeah.
special.
But I did tell Chauncey, when it comes quickly, then it's good.
Right.
Uh-huh.
If I'm spending too much time, I walk away.
What?
Right.
Right.
We rewrite. When I work with Dan Clancy, who wrote 108 Waverly, wrote like 7 musicals together.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
all of those music, we have so much music
Wow.
that I wrote with Dan.
Mhm.
But it's the same kind of thing. The songs that came like that.
Uh-huh.
One song he gave me, we were on Fire Island. He handed me went to go see him in Cherry Grove. I got on the ferry. I got off the ferry and I was like, I gotta get a piano.
Yeah.
I needed a
Yes,
piano
yes.
because I was going to take the freaking
Immediately.
ferry back just to play it.
Somebody
I had to
give
go all the
this
way
girl
back
a
home.
piano.
I drove all the way back to America and I was like,
That's a whole
time to change things before it's all gone. Time to let go. Time to move on. This is my time. I'll grab
Wow.
it somehow. Won't wait for
Oh.
someday. The time is now. And
Wow. Oh my
But
God.
I was sitting in the back of the stupid ferry and it was so loud. That's why I think it was like go 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 go.
It
Yeah.
is. I know where you were sitting on there, and,
So
and
It's
you
the
were
beat of
and
the
it
ferry.
I was like,
Amazing.
oh my God, this is Rebel. This is Bolero.
Da, 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 da,
So,
da, da, da.
Yeah, so it really depends on where and how, but that's kind of my story.
Wow.
Wow.
I love that.
It's-
Now,
Wow.
one thing that you just kind of breezed over earlier, I don't know if it was a
In music.
category but you mentioned you were a grandma.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stop it. Tell
Yeah,
us what that
amazing.
is like.
My first daughter, Jackie, is now pregnant of her first.
Oh,
She is a physician, a doctor, family doctor in Jersey.
they
She's
all seem to
Oh
be
my
doctors
God.
and lawyers.
Oh, the other one's an attorney right here in New York.
The doctors and no, this
Nicole.
is amazing. And then we have Lynn.
Oh, a lot of piano playing. Thank you for the tips in the jar. 'Cause Nicole is a public defender here in Manhattan.
Nice.
She is mother of two beautiful girls, Leona and Antonia.
Wow.
And Nicole's married to wonderful Richie. Jackie's married to wonderful Lisa.
Wow.
And my son John is a tugboat engineer. And
Oh my God.
he's
I love
a
it.
jet surf racer. Is like
Oh,
One of the
nice.
he's
kids
in
are
the
so
in the
very
world.
cool.
He's
The
like
kids
one of
are-
the fastest in the whole world.
The
like
kids
a
are
racer.
so diverse.
Andrew, our last Andrew is a civil engineer, and he's
Wow.
a structural engineer. Sorry, Andrew. And he just bought a house. He's like 26. He's
Amazing.
living out a little east of
And you
me.
did all this while you were performing.
So how
But
is
music,
what is
but being a mom made me like you, a better writer, a better performer, a better person.
and what about grandma?
Definitely.
Being a grandma.
Grandma and grandma is very cool,
I would imagine.
and they dance to Reveal.
Okay.
They love
See,
Reveal.
they're-
Leona loves it. Leona just turned 5. They love it. No,
I
it's
love it.
the kids' music now. My children's music is downloaded on Spotify by all those kids that are now mothers.
Oh my
Right.
God.
So now I'm
Right,
getting
right.
like such crazy. But some of the
Great.
songs are really dated, like "Mom's on the phone." You know,
Yeah.
like I hope she doesn't get one in her car. Like hello.
That's
20
really
years ago, it's like,
funny.
oh, you can't sing that song anymore.
Right.
But so much of it is still the same, you know, like being in the middle and all those issues that children have.
Right.
And
Yeah, those
most
are
of-
all the same. Being the middle child.
Mhm.
Yeah.
the cat up the
Mhm.
block is still
Yep.
there.
You know, Tim said it. You're so spot on with your insight into people.
Yeah.
And it
Yeah.
comes through in the songs.
Yeah,
that you
well, the
write.
kids were my inspiration. Everything they said, I just wrote.
You just
Uh-huh.
wrote down.
So I don't like the bumps in my socks. Yes.
Well, I just want to. Rose Trentman says
Yes.
she's
Hi, Rose.
listening.
It's in
Says she's listening from
Texas. Our
Texas. Very
Texas girl.
talented. She says you're a very talented
thank
lady.
you,
And Rose is
And
amazing.
Maria, I think, summed it up. She goes, "Lynn hears music in the everyday things."
Thank
Aw.
you.
I
Wow.
love that. That's
Is that on
perfect.
your website?
No, it's gonna
Okay,
be
let's
now.
add that
Yeah,
in.
exactly.
Brilliant. We just channeled that. Thank you,
And
Maria.
she
That is
said-
Yeah.
brilliant.
And
That's
she says
exactly
the whole
right.
world dances to Reveal.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, Maria always had my back at Tony and Tina.
Oh, she just.
Yeah.
and I had a time when I had a very bad voice for a while, and it was a terrible time. But
Mhm.
Maria covered me night after night.
Yeah.
She came
Love
up and sang, like she covered for my Celeste. She knows what I'm saying.
I
But
love it.
Maria was my girl. I met Susan. I mean, I can't even start to tell you.
She did
Tony
great.
Patel is the greatest, my
Yeah.
greatest friends, the greatest musicians. Every musician I know, I probably through Tony and Tina, being in that seat and knowing, just because you need subs and people come in, is the greatest gift. Thank
love
you
it.
to all of my Tony and Tina family.
Love that.
Yeah.
Tony and
Well,
Tina.
thank,
Well,
thank,
and
Chris-
thank
yeah,
you.
thank you, Lynn.
Tim.
So much.
Tim with
This
the
was
Y.
wonderful.
Tim with a Y and Wendy with a Y.
I love this show. I love
Thank
this show.
you.
And if you're lucky enough to sit here, I'm telling you, it's a wonderful, warm place to be.
Thank you.
Well, you have to be a warm person to
Yes.
appreciate it.
Thank
and
you.
that you certainly are. And again, like Maria was saying, it just you're so intuitive. You're just so
Yeah.
in tuned with
With
life,
life,
with what's
right.
going on. So
Oh.
you just keep doing what you do.
Oh
and
my
just
God,
keep,
yeah.
keep
You
keep sharing it
very
with the
lucky.
world.
and keep sharing it with the world. And my God, if I can think of any way to get what you're doing with the music out
Mhm.
there,
Yeah.
it is cutting edge, and
Oh,
there's
thank
nobody
you.
doing it, and it's just a matter of the right person like hooking
Mhm.
into that. It's
I
so
think
brilliant.
so. I'm glad it's still working.
Yeah.
I'm glad
it's
it's still
great.
up,
Absolutely.
and that's what makes me
I
happy.
downloaded it to my phone, so
Thank you. Thank you.
thank you,
Thank
thank
you,
you, everybody.
everybody.
See you next
Mwah,
week.
mwah, mwah.
She's the best.